Julie. On behalf of our killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you to Orca Stadium. I've been a trainer now for 31 years, and I can tell you that this is so much more than just a job. It truly is a way of life. We have all dedicated so much of our personal and professional lives to the animals in our care. It's a huge responsibility, but ultimately a privilege to be able to care for, teach, learn from, and build strong relationships with these amazing killer whales. We're proud of what we do, and we're honored to be able to share what we've learned through our relationships with all of you today and for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter!
Has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
two members of this killer whale family showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep the whales both active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with all of you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to get to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors help to provide the whales with an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's presentation, you'll notice the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help to strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just one of the many reasons why they are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orca, and their common name is killer whale. And the 4 killer whales that reside here at SeaWorld San Antonio have their own individual names: Kyuquot, Tuar, and joining us out here in this fun habitat is Takara and Sakari. Sakari is the youngest member of the pod at 15 years old, and Takara is the oldest member of the pod at 34 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of the pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach the whales husbandry, or healthcare behaviors. And joining us today at the slide outs to help demonstrate just a few of these behaviors are trainers Ceci and Julie. Now, one of the very first behaviors that we'll teach the whales is a behavior called the fluke present, in which the whales will present their tail flukes to the trainers, just as Sakari is demonstrating right now. Not only does this allow us to get a great view of the whale's entire body, but it also allows us access to the easy-to-see, shallow veins that are located on the white undersides of the whale's tail flukes. Our veterinarians can collect a blood sample from these veins at least once a month, and the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. And throughout today's presentation, you may notice the whales might be receiving back rubs or tail fluke massages from their trainers, and this is because they have very sensitive skin. And this is just one of the many ways that we can continue to strengthen our relationships with them. Now, collecting blood is just one important part to ensure the health of these animals. Another important diagnostic is by seeing how much each animal weighs. We'll weigh them at least once a week by asking them to slide up onto a killer whale size scale located in one of our back adjacent pools. Now, when a killer whale slides up onto a scale, there's a portion of their body that's still in the water, from their dorsal fin all the way down to their tail flukes. In order to get an accurate weight, we'll simply ask them to lift their tail flukes up and out of the water. And that's how we know, as of this last week, Takara here is weighing in at over 4,500 pounds. It's important to get an accurate weight on each of the whales to ensure our younger whales, like Sakari, are growing appropriately, and our older adult whales, like Takara here, are maintaining a healthy weight. These and other husbandry behaviors help to ensure the whales are both healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the moment they're born, they learn necessary life skills by watching their mothers and other members of their pod. And here at SeaWorld, they'll even watch us by mimicking our movements. So with the help of all of you today, we're going to demonstrate just that. Go go ahead and give the whales a big wave hello, and we'll see what happens. Look at that! They're paying very close attention to everybody. Killer whales have excellent eyesight, both above and below the water. And oftentimes we'll see the whales spy hopping or even leaping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. Sakari is going to demonstrate that in the center of the habitat with the behavior we call the sighting ground. That looked great! Now we're going to talk a little bit more about how killer whales communicate. So they can communicate in a wide variety of ways, and the use of vocalizations is just one of those ways. So with everyone's help again, we're going to ask the whales to demonstrate some of those vocalizations. Go ahead and take both pointer fingers, put them up in the air, and wave them back and forth. That sounded amazing! Did you know that scientists believe that when a killer whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, that sound could be a way of making their presence known to other whales? You see, sound actually travels about 4.5 times faster in the water than it does in the air. So when a killer whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, that behavior is called a breach, and it makes a sound that can be heard for miles and miles around. It also makes a huge splash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause today for all the whales and for all of you. As we've just seen, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on the many mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is over 17 months, and that's information that's impossible to be obtained from out in the ocean. However, some information can only be gathered using field observation, which is why for the last 60 years, SeaWorld has worked with our conservation partners from around the world to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, use fluke swipes to stun their prey, and can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for all of you, it's time to get wet! trade can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution can pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful. But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
So much mystery. We are all inspired by this one world, and we share the love that flows through each of us. And as our hearts unite and we come alive, we can face the light and see how marvelous is this one big world. Let's all take a journey, explore the great unknown, wonder at creation, everywhere we go. Miracles surround us, wherever we may roam. The privilege unites us, to parties of our home. From the highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery. We are all inspired by this one big world, and we share a love that flows through each of us. And as our hearts unite and we come alive, we can face the light and see how marvelous this one big world. From the highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery. We are all inspired by this one
will continue to learn from these incredible animals and hope that you will too. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and have a great rest of your day here at SeaWorld San Antonio. Bye, everyone.